Hi guys, hi Ollie. I guess we should probably start with Edinson Cavani. The club's made a statement, he's made a statement. What's your take on the situation, and have you spoken to the player?
Yeah, of course we've communicated with Edinson, and he's really deeply sorry for the mistake he's made. There was no malicious intent at all. It was just an affectionate greeting to a friend of his, and but we explained to him. He's been asked by the FA to explain, so of course he'll cooperate with them, and we'll support him, because I think it is one of those unfortunate situations that he's just come into the country, and he's in Uruguay. He's been used in a different affection than what we have. So we'll support him, but of course we support the FA. It's important that the FA that they have asked him to explain, and it's out there for everyone to see, because we want to be in the fight against discrimination with everyone.
I guess that underlines the need for education across the board for everyone, doesn't it?
I think so, and I saw Gary said something on maybe all the players coming from different cultures should be educated, and I'm sure Edinson has learned the hard way.
David McDonald.
Hi, it's a question for Donny. You've had to sort of wait quite a while and be patient in terms of playing a run of games. Was that frustrating at all for you, or conversely, has that been a benefit to you in terms of allowing you to get up to speed and showing what needed to be done to get into the team and get to the level required?
Oh no, I just work hard every day, and I know that I can give the team something extra, and I can help the team a lot. So yeah, I just were patient.
Samuel Lucas.
Donny, just a question for you. Obviously, you can play as a 10 or as a 6, but you've linked up very well with Bruno in the last couple of games. How easy is it for you to play alongside him?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, also in Ajax before, I play in a lot of different positions. I play 8, I play 10, even number 6. So I'm used to it. I play in a lot of different positions.
James Cooper.
Hi Ollie, just give us an update on the kind of runners and riders when it comes to illness and injury, because there's quite a substantial list and you've got a ton of games now in December.
Yeah, and you expect, when the Champions League nights come there and the floodlights are out, unfortunately the fans are not there, but the players all want to be there. So the training group today was a massive one. It was a big group, and everyone's held their hand up and available for selection.
And how important is it to get the point so that you're qualified, and it doesn't make such a pressure on? As I said, you've got 9 games in December. You could do with qualifying tomorrow night, couldn't you?
The quicker you can qualify, the better, of course. With a win, we'll win the group. So, of course, that's our intent. We want to go out there with in our style, attacking intent, defending well against a top team with some top individual players, of course. But our mindset is win this game and we won the group.
Chris Wheeler.
Hi Ollie, just on Edinson again, just how keen is he to go and play against his old club? And are you happy that in terms of his mindset right now, he's not been affected by the events of the past few days? If I can I ask you about David De Gea's fitness too, please?
Yeah, David trained well today, so he's available for selection. And Edinson, he's ready to play. Of course, it's special for him to play against PSG, his own club, where he's the top scorer, and so that will affect him mentally. But I think, or from knowing him, I know that will give him energy, and he'll be ready. He's so professional, experienced, so of course he'll work on his mindset today and tomorrow to be ready for the game, which the same goes to the FA. He's learned a lesson, and he'll have to work. It might affect him, but he'll just have to work, put it to one side when the game's on. And you know, the best players, they can put the problems or the other thoughts away for a while and then perform when he has to. Yeah, David trained today, so.
Fred Caldera.
Ole, how much do you think that history and tradition plays a role in football nowadays?
Well, I think you always carry the history with you, and what we sometimes look back at history. You know, we're proud of our history. We've had some fantastic nights, European nights at Old Trafford, and we wish our fans could be here because it's a Champions League game in floodlights, probably some rain as well, wet pitch, quick pitch, and those were for me, when I played, those were the best nights because there was the extra tension and atmosphere there was unbelievable, and of course when you play against top teams and top players.
Paul Hurst.
Can I just ask Donny how good it is for him as a midfielder to have someone like Edison and the runs that he makes? How good is it for you to have someone who's kind of so dynamic up?
I think that's really important because, especially for me, if you come in the box, it gives you some extra space because the defenders, they always look extra to the striker, so it gives you an extra space for the midfielders.
Carlson.
Yeah, hello Ole. I want to ask a question about your former player, Erling Braut Haaland, because after 12 games in the Champions League, he now got 16 goals. That's only 3 goals away from your Norwegian goal record in the tournament. So what do you think about his performance in the Champions League, and do you fear for your record now?
He'll beat it, and very quickly, that's for sure. The boy has had a great start to his career. It was really good to work with him, to see the potential in him, and some part of me feel proud of having a little bit of an input in such a rise, and I'm sure Erling will score loads of goals in the Champions League.
Neil Custis.
If I could ask a question and then a follow-up. Ollie, obviously the point will get you through and that'll enable you to rest players ahead of the derby. Seeing the crazy results we're getting in the Premier League, is a title tilt outside of your remit, outside of your chances, do you think?
You know, you lose the chance to win or to win the title in the first 8 or 10 games if you don't keep up with the pack that starts winning. But you don't win it in the 8 or 10 first games. We've recuperated. We've started on a little run, so we're just behind the top teams at the moment. But we want to be in and around the places when the league starts to hot up, when it gets to April or May. So hopefully we can be there. Now it's just a time to improve, develop, take one game at a time, and of course our mindset is now on the Champions League. And if we can go through with one game to spare, that's great. But we want to win the group.
It is so long since any Man United team has contended for the title, 7 years. Is it about giving those players that belief that they can do it, just like Tottenham players might be believing it or Leicester players might be believing it?
You know, you can give players the belief. We can talk as much as we like, because I believe in these players. It's the belief in the players themselves, in their own performances, what we do day in, day out, like Donny is sitting next to me with the attitude and mindset of every day is important. Of course, I feel my squad is ready to do better than last season, and last season we were the best of the rest. So let's hope we can move up the table.
Christoph Ruiz.
Yep. Hello, guys. A question for both of you, actually. You talked about Edinson Cavani a lot already, but how would you describe the man, and not the player, but the man that you discovered in the past few weeks?
An absolute top professional. I've not been able to get to know him really closely because of the language barrier. So everything he does with the intention of being the best footballer he can be, and which is also he's a very good teammate. He's a team player, and I've been impressed by his attention to detail with everything. Apart from his parking, because he's parking too close to some of the players and the coaching staff sometimes.
Yes, for me too. That's also what I see already from day one, that he is here, and he's a really professional. And of course, it's sometimes difficult to communicate, but I think he's really important for the team.
He's already learned to he knows that one.
Mark Ogden.
Ollie, just following on from Neil's question about the title and the possibility of challenging this year, you know, you're a month away from the window opening. Do you feel that the club will back you, and that to get maybe the one or two players you pick might be the difference? Because if you are close and it does take that, do you think that you'll be given the funds to do it and the backing to do it? Because in previous windows, it's all been very late. If you can get something done early if you need to.
Here we go on the eve of an important game against PSG, and we're talking transfers, and with the additions that we had to the squad in the last window, plus what we did in January last time, I don't think it's right for me to start commenting on the transfer window already. So we're just focusing on this game. Let's see where we're at in January. Hopefully we can keep on improving, and I've got selection issues already, so I'm very pleased with what's happening behind the closed doors.
Jamie Jackson.
Talking of selection issues, with regard to Edinson Cavani, he obviously looks very good as a centre forward. That's Anthony Martial's position. Previously at the club, he started off as a centre forward, was put out wide, didn't particularly like it. If you have to make that decision in the future, would that concern you, having to ask Anthony maybe not to play centre forward, maybe play wide or somewhere else?
You know, I think there's only one position here that we can only say that's between Dean and David. The rest of them, they've got potential to play in many other positions. Like the boy next to me, Donican, has just spoken about it, how flexible and versatile he is. Anthony, Marcus, Mason, Edinson even, they can play in all the front four positions. You got Bruno who can play in loads of positions. Paul, there's loads of players here who want to be in the team, and some tactical. There's tactical reasons behind. Sometimes it's Anthony, sometimes it's Marcus, sometimes Mason, sometimes Edison through the middle. Sometimes it's two of them, and I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. No.
Laurie Whitwell.
Question for Donny, if I may. You obviously spent your career at Ajax before coming to United. Just wondered, adjustment being like coming from one style of play, one club to a new one, and whether the kind of one-touch play that you're so good at, whether you need a bit more time to understand, get that in with your teammates, or whether there's any teammates in particular you've struck up an understanding with.
Sorry,
He struggled to understand.
Yes.
You broke up.
You broke up a little bit.
Laurie.
And the accent, maybe.
No, it's fine.
Just whether there was any adjustments coming from Ajax to Manchester United that perhaps took you by surprise, and also the style of play that you have, that one-touch movement that you've got, whether you need a little bit more time to get that understanding with your teammates, or whether there's anybody that you've already got that with.
No, I think they understand it already because they are world-class players. So, yeah, this is no difference. Of course, I play with new teammates, so you need to understand them.
Okay, so we've got the last two questions.
That's a short answer. If you want to go a little bit further, you can.
He's away or what? Yeah.
No, you can carry on answering that question.
Okay.
Sorry, he's just finishing answering the question.
No, I mean, we understand each other, and of course, I can play that kind of style with them.
Hi, Omar, do you want to go now?
Hi, Ole. My name is Omar Akatuba. I represent OmarSports.com. People say things like managers improve players. Why there's a school of thought that believe that a player can only be improved as much as the player is talented. I mean, as a manager, what's your take? Do you think that a manager can improve a player, or it has to be with the level of talent of that player?
No, we start up as coaches and you end up sometimes as a manager, but your aim to get a good team is to get the maximum out of every player, individual player. So of course you take your time with every single one of them, that you try to give him advice, help him on the training pitch. Deep down, it's always the player who decides how good he can become, because they've all got talent. If they have the desire, determination to learn and want to learn and the humility to learn, of course we're here. And I feel that, but also to give them a chance to develop, you have to give them a chance to play. So we can have a long discussion on individual player development, but I think I'm here to help the players, definitely. But my job is to manage the club.
And last question for Simon Peach.
I just wanted to ask about Edison again. Just a comment you made before you played them in the Champions League a few years ago. You said Cavani was like a Viking, like a warrior. I just wondered what you meant by that, and if that's what you're seeing, and I guess is that why you wanted him?
We never give in, us Vikings. You know, we never give up. We've got the right attitude, right mentality. It's a little bit of, that was maybe not fair to Edinson, but it was a compliment, because I always look at players' mentality and the ability to play or do well, even though you don't have a perfect day, because he's got talent. I could have spoken about all his predatory instincts as a striker, his movement, but what I always saw from him was his ability to work for the team and to be a team player, and we've already seen it here with the work rate he puts down. He's at the top of the tree if you look at the running stats for strikers in the Premier League, and he's 33 years of age, so that's just says everything about his mentality.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody.